We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The government will exert efforts to temper the rise of sugar prices. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said this is to ensure that businesses are kept running and jobs are maintained. In a meeting with members of the Philippine Chamber of Food Manufacturers, or PCFMI, Marcos said possible solutions to the country's sugar supply shortage were discussed. On his Facebook page, he said the meeting highlighted the need to set up a clear system to help increase the supply of sugar. He said he wants a smooth continuation of business and job security for workers in the fast-moving consumer goods industry. The PCFMI is the principal organization of manufacturers and distributors of food products in the Philippines. It is responsible for providing consumers with safe, nutritious, and affordable processed food products compliant to local and international standards and regulations. There will be no wastage of government funds should the upcoming Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan polls be postponed anew. Comelec Chairperson George Erwin Garcia explains that the election paraphernalia they will procure will still be the same materials they will use for the polls. The BSKE was first moved in 2016 when the slated polls in October were postponed to October 2017 and then again in May 2018. The succeeding BSKE in May 2020 was reset to December 5 this year. 3 bills have already been filed in Congress seeking to postpone the BSKE anew, and they deem it necessary to allot the funds for COVID-19 response. However, the Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, or PPCRV, is not amenable to another postponement as it will deprive the citizens not only of the right to vote, but also for the need to replace those who do not adequately exercise their mandates. Under the law, the synchronized barangay and SK elections are to be held every 3 years on the first Monday of December. In other news, the daily average of COVID-19 cases went up by 3% from August 8 to 14, based on the latest case bulletin from the Department of Health, or DOH. The number of cases swelled from 3,904 per day from August 1 to 7 to 4,001 daily last week. The case bulletin showed there were 28,008 new cases and 229 verified deaths in the recent week. About 72.1 million, or 92.3% of the country's target population of 78.1 million are vaccinated against COVID-19. About 17 million have received booster shots out of the fully vaccinated population. Meanwhile, the DOH recommended to the Senate to make primary care a basic core of the Universal Health Care Act. In a Senate briefing, Officer in Charge Maria Rosario Berjera said the DOH is in constant coordination with PhilHealth in implementing reforms in primary care. Primary care includes health promotion, disease prevention, health maintenance, counseling, patient education, diagnosis, and treatment of illnesses. Senator J.V. Ejercito is pushing to amend the UHC Act to adjust the premium contributions of PhilHealth amid the COVID-19 pandemic and economic crisis. The Department of Education, or DepEd, is exploring ways on how to assist teachers and students affected by the closure of the Colegio de San Lorenzo in Quezon City. The school management announced on Monday that it was closing due to financial instability and lack of viability amid the pandemic, along with the low turnout of enrollees. The private school was supposed to start classes for school year 2022 to 2023 on Monday, causing parents and students to protest the closure. In a statement, the DepEd said it will only issue an acknowledgement of closure once the school assures that the transfer credentials of the affected students are processed properly and released. It also reminded that private school teachers who are terminated due to voluntary closure of their schools shall be entitled to separation pay. Meantime, DepEd said that another private school in Quezon City expressed willingness to absorb San Lorenzo students, particularly grades 11 and 12. And that is the latest from the Pna Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I am William Theo. Good day, everyone.